हाँ, हिंदी में बता रहा हूँ मेरे ख्याल से मैं। तो think I'm Lakan. I'm just 22, and I've been working on our YouTube channels. And apart from that, I'm a teacher. Like I do work online teaching on kind of stuff, kind of different kind of parts, different kind of platforms like Preply, Amazing Talker, right? Okay, that's all. I mean, simply I teach the English to students. So I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now I want to know about your English journey process, like starting time, how you did learn your English. Okay. So whatever you want to tell me, you can tell.
All right, sure, why not? Well, I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, so I'm not really sure that I wasn't been learning. I mean, in my school, right? So I couldn't learn any. I mean, even school wasn't very good at that time. So we had just reading, and we was reading all the time. I mean, I remember when I was sixth class. So at that time, I learned alphabets like English alphabet. I learned from sixth standards, even not from the primary school. Like mostly nowadays, if you see the children, they are learning from first class, second class. Even they read better. I mean, that time, I mean, I couldn't know such kind of. So we learned A, B, C, such kind of from the sixth class in high school. Oh my goodness! So from there, we started to read. I mean, it's going to be six, 1 year, seventh, eight. So in 3 years, we just was reading. But finally, when I came in ninth grade, right, ninth class. So at that time, they was teaching us like grammar, tenses, and beside passive and active. That was thing that I remember accurately. That I was just learning these things, not except from them. Those only things, tenses and like passive and like active. So after doing that, after I just quit. I did school at 10th standard because of then I couldn't continue reading, studying. I did only for examinations per year, right? I mean every year. I was just working as a medical. I was working in medical distributions where I was selling medicines and kind of things. 2 years I worked like distributions, and I quit because near to COVID-19, I just quit. Then I started to just I was thinking, yo, when many people are sharing their ideas on YouTube, something like that. So from where I was thinking, if you see even my first video on my YouTube, I mean, even I couldn't be able to talk for 20 seconds. With someone is a very big deal, but just recording myself in a mobile for 20 seconds, it was a really horrible thing for me. But I did. And from there, I mean, the YouTube is the best idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yes,
passed.
yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, you can hear me. All right. You passed it. That's why I was just surprised with why it's
Okay.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
no worries. So I mean, when I was recording videos over YouTube, so from where I found myself like, oh, I'm just growing. I'm being more confident. I mean, recently I already suggested. I recorded a video on my channel that how you can start your own channel and you can learn English. So that's what I did. I mean, by myself. That's what I was sharing with other people's. They can start in that way because whenever you're uploading your videos or recording video, it needs a lot of confidence, and also you can gain your confidence from there. So I mean, recording videos, you can acquire more knowledge, of course. So that's what I think. I believe myself in that way, so I was sharing too. Beside, I mean, when I was learning English, I remember after school, after my job that I quit and during COVID-19, and at that time I studied 5 to 10 hours in between because I couldn't have any work. Even I wasn't getting paid from anywhere. So I was thinking, oh, let's go and sit and just do something. So I had only WhatsApp that time. So on WhatsApp, I was just having groups, speaking group. Like we had to share our speaking clips to each other and to listening to replying to each other to getting to know like such kind of things. So I did these things only to improving my speaking. That time I couldn't. To be honest with you, I haven't had internet connection. I had only separate social media packet that called WhatsApp packet. I was paying something 40 rupees per month for that. So it was accurately I did, and within a 2 3 month, I mean, as I already shared many of videos, that I improved my English within two months at that time because of I continuously been practicing for like 5 or 6 hours, maybe near to 6 hours in a day for 2 months. So I did from there, of course. beside I was continuously uploading right videos. So of course it was useful too.
Yeah.
Of course, that's all. I do.
Yeah. And now you said about your learning process. Now you tell about your teaching process when you started to teaching to people.
Uh, I started my first class was on Preply. I remember, I think, because of it was the first platform I joined at that time and started teach. So I remember I got $5 per hour class. It was beginning. So I had only two students. One student for from Brazil and second student for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, of course, it wasn't able to show their face, but the Brazil. So the person from Brazil, he was a student. He is still my student. He was my one of my subscribers. So
Mm,
he just took classes with me, and from there I started. Uh, I was kind of afraid to starting teaching because of I wasn't aware about it at all. I wasn't aware. So I was just thinking, okay, there is kind of quotations maybe. If you stop trying, you will be fail. Of course, you don't need to stop trying.
mm,
So until you stop, until you're trying, you will never forget. I never failed you, right? So you keep trying at
mm,
first in that way. So I just tried. I was saying, okay, let's go. It would be new experience maybe. So teaching would was
yeah.
it was very new experience for me. I tried. I became successful because of nowadays I'm having very good kind of students. I had almost 54 students over Preply, even though on iTurkey there is also I have a lot of other language tutors. It was very
Mm.
simple thing for me nowadays because I had more than 2 years of teaching English and other languages too. I'm fond of learning languages, so that's what happened. That's all quick journey, I think.
Okay, so English, yeah, yeah. English teaching is just your like part-time job, whatever, or you do other things.
To be honest, I've been teaching as a full time, right? But nowadays, I'm doing multiple things. Like I do work on YouTube. I run 2 or 3 channels, right, on YouTube channels, maybe,
Wow.
and one of them is the money skills, and two are other. I make videos in like Urdu language, and another thing is I teach on different 3 platforms, as I said. So it's not kind of full time. There is no any specific platform where I work as a full time. So I work together all of them, spending wherever if I get time. So I will spend on YouTube. If I don't get time on YouTube, I will go somewhere else. If I'm teaching, so I've kept teaching.
Okay. And what about, do you have a student from India?
To be honest, I had not at this moment, but I had students from Tamil Nadu, something like that, right? So
Yeah,
I
Tamil Nadu.
thought, right. So they don't know Hindi too. I was teaching, they don't know even how to speak Hindi. So it was kind of complicated for them, right? I always teach my students English to English because of I have students all from European students. I don't have any Pakistani or Indian or Sri Lankan. No, I don't have. But I have one lady. She's from Sri Lanka, but she's living in Australia. So it means we are talking in English all this. So that's what I
Mm,
think it is happening and it's going on. So no. But I
okay.
had many friends from India and have to, of course, right now. So I talk sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I watched your YouTube videos, then I can know you have a lots of friends from India. I
I
am
do
one of your
have.
subscriber also.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something like a big deal for me. Kind of thanks for that being subscriber and there's family members too, right? Thanks.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Now then you can guess I am a totally beginner. Okay, I don't know English, whatever, anything. So can you give me some tips for make my English fluent and be a fluent speaker, whatever? Can you give me some tips?
Yes, of course. Okay, you need only speaking practice tips, right?
Yeah. Okay, if you have other tips related like writing, reading, whatever, you can give me, no problem.
All right, cool, of course. First of all, I think I would like to tell you very one more important thing is that is I would say practice with consistently. This is the one thing I will suggest you before I give some tips because of when you practice something, it doesn't matter you're practicing anything. You're practicing your English, Spanish, whether you're practicing any other kind of like work. Practice consistently is the one of the most important thing. So practice with consistently. It's not like that one day you practice and the remaining of 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you just stop them and you're doing one day per month. That's not really gonna work out, right? So you have to work
Mm,
continuously. Like if you chose, I have been like recording, shooting video right now, right? Recording here. So in that video I couldn't upload because of this is our 15-minute video I'm taking on. So this video is about I'm just going to tell you, this is what I am sharing in this video, that you have to make plans to improve your English, right? So
Okay.
if you can't make plan, you can't like work in a systematic way. Sometimes we become demotivated, right? We are becoming demotivated and we just stop learning sometimes. So in that way, you have to have a schedule. For example, you have a 7 days and you know, all right, you have personal work, you have a work, your office work, something like that. So you can just learn 2 or 3 days per week English, right? Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So you have to completely cover your week. If you start on like Sunday, so Sunday would be first day, and you can go ahead on Thursday and Friday or Saturday. It means your whole week is covered. So in that way, you have to take time to reading, listening, writing. Even the writing is not that much because of it's kind of most people they really don't like with reading too. But listening, watching, most of people they do love, right? Speaking is most interesting part. People do afraid. They're afraid to talk
Yeah.
with them. I mean, there is nothing, anything. You don't need to be afraid to speaking someone because of if you're afraid, you can't do anything. So this is the most important thing to being confident. It is start. I highly recommend you if you are a beginner, suppose. So if even you don't have any person to speak with you, right? So don't try to find for a person. If you don't have, it doesn't matter. You are stop learning. You have to record on mobiles, right? That's for one of the my favorite part. When I was learning, I couldn't have an internet, and I just tried to record myself in my videos, like that. I just opened the recording. I said, "Oh, hello, hi, how are you? Oh, my name is Lad." I was just introducing myself, something like that, talking on kind of various kind of topics. So in that way, I think it made like more confident in me. So that's what I suggest you to. So if I
Yeah.
can talk in a deep way, so of course it will take 5 6 hours just giving you tips. But I can just shortly, I would like to tell you, make plans. 30 minutes listening, 30 minutes reading. Reading, how you read. If you're reading anything, just highlight new words. Suppose you read 30 minutes, any book, you take book and you're reading and highlight new word. Don't try to check meaning at that time. Just read 30 minutes. After 10, after once you finish, you can just write down. This should be writing practice too. Now you have to make five sentences of each new word, 5 or 6 like that. Now you have to make use in a story too. If you have learned 6 word, now you have to use these 6 word in a story. Write a story, use them in properly. In that way, you will improve your like vocabularies to remembering. So that's shortly I will say. So listen, speak, and that's all tips. I'm sure it's helpful for you.
Okay. Okay. So now tell me, what's your favorite part? Reading, writing, listening, speaking. What's your favorite part?
Uh, I'm 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 just really curious to talk with people, right? So I think I talk many people. I mean, in our like 2 years on my YouTube, if you see, randomly I'm talking to, of course. So speaking is one of the favorite part, and second is reading. Reading is one of the favorite part too, of course. When I started to read, I can't stop, and I started to speak, I can't stop too. So two parts are very interesting parts for me, of course. So listening, writing, I don't know, it's not much, but I love to listen and singing song too. This is one of two best.
Do you
I
think?
recorded one. Yeah, recently I recorded one my singing video on my another channel. So yeah, so I do multiple things. I love doing
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
killing.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. I know you're multi-talented person. I can
I
say.
don't know about that, but I love that doing acquiring
So